So, warning, there's going to be a lot of whinging in this video. So, just to give you all a little heads up, I'm heading towards Dismal Falls, so I thought I would take a second to go over all the stuff that really sucks about the trail, just so you're not seeing just all the pretty views and all that kind of good stuff, but you get to see the real deal. So buckle up, get ready for some whinging. If you're not prepared for it, skip ahead to the next video. Ooh, there's actually a pretty bush, kinda. And now for some whinging. First up on my whinge list is gear. So when it comes to gear, stuff is going to break down. So for me so far, my sleeping bag or sleeping quilt has been torn open. My food bag buckle broke on the very first use. So you all know, Georgia broke a peg. Most recently, my tent pole snapped. And yeah, your gear kind of goes to the ringer. So also my pack, and make sure to have a pack that fits. So this one actually fits pretty well, but make sure you have a pack that's going to fit the entire trail. So if you kind of look at the buckle, here we go. Sorry for the crotch close up. It's pretty much as tight as it'll go. And I'm still losing weight. So I don't know, man. That's going to be a little bit of an adventure too. So yeah, gear is always a little bit of a trick, and I'll be sure to show you some of the other gear stuff. So I really don't know how to fix my tent situation on trail. So I did get it from REI. They have the 6 months, which I'm in. I could just kind of return it, but the trick is you need a tent. So I might either have them send out a replacement, and then when I get the replacement, send back the defective stuff, or I could like order a new tent and then send the defective stuff back. Gear bag I'm gonna keep broken, and at trail days I was able to get my quilt sewn up, but I'll make sure to show you all that stuff just so you kind of know. But first big whinge is gear. It will break down, so you just kind of deal with it. Freaking pretty flower trees. I'm whinging. These people are making it a little hard to whinge, man. Very pretty. Whatever. Alright, whinge number 2. Things trying to bite me, suck my blood, sting me, and or all of the above. So I know I am a big blood-filled, salt-covered meat morsel, but that is no reason to come up and bite me and take stuff from me, especially when I sit down to play for my midday siesta with Georgia. At the beginning it's not too bad, but then I'm just like swarmed towards the end. But you know, I guess I'm eating lunch, they might as well too. So yeah, definitely whinge number 2 is bugs and horses or ponies. I guess they want to eat me too. I know bears want to eat my food, but you know, if they end up eating me, I guess it's all kind of part of the journey. All right, a little bit of trail. Ouch. So if y'all notice, that's not 1, not 2, that's 3 different kind of bees, 2 different species on my trekking poles. I swear, whenever I stop to play Georgia, it like attracts bees. I'm pretty sure my lute playing is like sex music for bees. So a little bit of whinging, but I guess I'm gonna have to go grab these things. Okay, so I've been like stung by bees like a couple times now, when like flew down my shirt and all that kind of stuff. So I like playing my music, but I need to play less bee sexual stuff. Just saying. All right, whinge number 3. The second day out of town. First day is always all right, but second day is just kind of gnarly. I don't know what it is, like just the residual town food and all that kind of stuff, but the best cure for a second day out of town slog is some people you know slack packing southbound saying that there's trail magic a couple miles ahead. I tell you what, that is the best. Numerous slack packers I know have told me now has root beer floats. So shit, man, I can't really whinge. Like, I'm gonna get back to whinging, but damn, man, root beer floats on the trail, are you shitting me? Oh, like I'm pretty much like running down the trail right now. Y'all don't even know, but the whinging will continue. Yeah, after a couple beers, a root beer float, hot dog, some chili, and some cookies and tasty treats, I can't really whinge for the rest of the day. But yeah, I'll catch y'all tomorrow, and I'll give you a little bit of trail to lead us out. Good morning. So I'm gonna be honest with you, there's plenty that you could whinge about. There's like uphills, there's downhills, there's bad weather, there's rain, there's waking up to the sound of birds at 6 o'clock every morning, hiking for 10 hours, kind of stumbling into camp, hiker hobbling. But I just don't really want to whinge. I mean, I'm having a great time. I'm heading towards a waterfall, and like the whole reason I'm doing this video is because it's called Dismal Falls, so I thought Dismal might as well show the dark side of the trail. And I mean, it's not always fun, I'll say that, and there's plenty of times where you want to whinge, and you do whinge, but I'll be damned, this trail is awesome. This trail is really freaking awesome. And yeah, usually on the whingy days you come across some trail magic, you get some root beer floats, some beer, some hot dogs, some chili, and you're just in really good shape. So I'm covered in bug bites, my tent's broke, my pack's too big, my quilt tore, and you know, Georgia broke, but at the same time I fixed Georgia. I got my quilt fixed. I'm getting a new tent shipped to the next town. I'm going to ship the old one back, so I have a new apartment waiting for me. And this pack, so someone told me I can use sponges and put them in my hip belt on the underside of it. I'm thinking maybe like you know, one of those old school foam mops. I might try to like acquire one of the foam pads from that and throw it on the back. But things happen, things break down, but you make do. And you still just keep on having a great time. So Virginia doesn't have a lot of views, but it has a lot of pointless ups and downs, which make us up for it. No, but I'm still having a really great time. And yeah, man, I can't really continue whinging in all good effort. If I find a good whingeable moment, I will give it my best effort, but it's kind of hard at this point. Give you a little trail. So this trail is, or rather this section of the trail, is actually pretty special to me. It's the furthest south that I've been section hiking. So this is kind of like coming into familiar territory. So the bridge in the last clip, I actually walked the wrong way. So parked in that parking lot right around there, walked the wrong way, turned around, started heading north. The benefit this time around though is I didn't know that Trent's Groceries is like a half mile down the road, so I just had like 4 BLTs, some tater tots, packed out a couple beers and goodies, and only like a mile or so to Dismal Falls, which I did jump in last time I was here on a section hike. I highly recommend if you're ever in the area, but it's going to be a pretty short day. I think all in all it'll be maybe like 8 or 10 miles total. But yeah, just gonna take off the time. So it is raining, or sprinkling really, but I figure I'm planning on swimming the rest of the afternoon. I don't care how cold or wet and rainy it is, but I think I'm gonna have a good old time. Yeah, and the beers that I got just so happens to be Devil's Backbone Brewery beer, which is gonna be one of the next stops on my list. It's a brewery in Virginia that you can camp on site, and then they have a hikers only breakfast the next morning. So I figure I might as well, you know, keep the trend going and try some of their beers here. But I'm looking forward to an easy afternoon, great little waterfall, swimming hole, and being back into some familiar territory. So yeah, I'll give you a little trail to lead us out. I'll be there shortly. Pretty much as soon as I hopped off the waterfall, I took a swim yesterday. So I'd already set up camp. I was set to stay here, and it just started pouring from the time that I went for a swim until I woke up this morning. But I want to show you that same waterfall. So I'm going to show you a little bit up the river, and it is raging. So let's walk over to the actual waterfall itself. This is absolutely insane. I'll show you the spot that I jumped off of yesterday. It is just completely covered in water. Walk down around here, jumped off in this little swimming hole. Glad I went for a swim yesterday because it is not happening today. Awesome. Looks like the Appalachian Trail is a river too. All right. All right, yo. I guess it's time for my next adventure. Dismal Falls and Wingen, done. I have no idea where I'm going next, but we'll figure it out. Bye-bye now. Bonus, just came across a great puddle. But what about Rosie George and Jim and Marco? I guess you'll have to tune in next time to find out. So I guess I will take the moment to say I guess this video is not done. There are way too many good puddles, but so I did get new shoes in Damascus in case you haven't noticed, and they are working out fantastic. All right, man, I think these shoes are gonna see how it is to be completely soaked throughout the whole day. So we'll get some stuff checked out. It's getting a little dark in here, but let's do some river walking. Well, I don't really see a trail, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Ah, there it is. I found it. It's all good. Ooh. So I guess we're hiking the Appalachian Trail now. So, just for y'all's understanding, I'm a 6'4" individual, and I'll plant my trekking poles real quick. That went up to hip belt height. I think, yeah, touched the bottom of my pack. So that was deep and super fun. My pants were soaked, and that was cold. Having a good old time though. Woo! I reckon this trail is more river than dry land at this point. There's that same river that feeds the falls over there. I feel like I'm on a Florida river walk or something. So I will say, I don't think I've ever hoped for climbing up a mountain so much on this trail so far. Usually I don't look forward to climbing up mountains. They're a little bit of a strenuous activity, but today might just be nice to get my crotch dry. Just saying. I came on this trail to poop in holes and play in puddles, and today is not disappointing me. I know I started this video at Wingen. I know I hiked to Dismal Falls. I know it was supposed to be a dismal time. For a lot of people it probably sucked, especially the short people with heavy packs. But for me, today, and these puddles, I could not be a happier man. I mean, just look at this. Look at this beautiful puddle. When you step into it, oh, it just devours your shoes. It sinks them right up to the ankle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It just kind of sucks that so it's still early in the morning, so the trees are a little dark, and I know the GoPro doesn't do as well with these nighttime or low light conditions, but let's hope it turns out. I never thought I'd have to fight a current to frickin' walk the trail, man. But that might mean that we are heading away from the river and up a mountain. Okay, yeah, I mean, technically I think this is a subsidiary of the Dismal River, if that's what it's called. But it looks like that might be the end. They squishy. Look at that baby go. And to think, the last couple of days I've had to worry about long water carries and all that. I'll tell you what, today if I want to fill up on water, I just scoop it out of wherever. Alright. Ooh, another puddle. Splash, splash, splash. You can usually just skip on rocks across, but you know, I have to wait a little bit. A little bit of waiting. I might not film this one. Sorry, y'all. Alright, maybe I will. Pro tip, you want to keep your shoes after a couple hundred miles on the Appalachian Trail looking fresh, shiny, and new. Walk through some rivers. And they say Virginia is a boring green tunnel. Nothing but ponies, raging waterfalls, beautiful wilderness. In between a whole bunch of boring stuff. I think the trail's ahead. Somewhere. I have no idea how deep this is. I'm about to find out. Not too bad. Oh, just kidding. So I reckon the water is a little over knee height. And I'm thinking this is the trail. I don't know how I feel about doing it at the 25. I think even the 50 is kind of pushing it. But I'll take it. The AT, a footpath for those who seek fellowship with nature. Well, this is my sock from today. I'll show you a little fellowship right here. Need a little bit more fellowship? Here's the other sock. So this is about after 10 hours. So you know that I've been walking through rivers all day. I tell you what, if you want to hike the AT, I highly recommend it. Full of adventure, full of puddles. All right, so I guess this is it for me. I'm heading into town tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to send out some of these videos. I think I have a queue of like 4 or something like that. Probably some of y'all think I'm dead. I am not, and I'm having the time of my life out here. I'm in camp and I'm gonna enjoy. Y'all have a great evening. Bye bye now.